10 seconds remaining. Team banned. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team banned. Radiant team banned. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team banned. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick. Wraith King. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Lion.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Radiant team banned.
Silencer.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Fire team banned. Radiant team banned. 10 seconds remaining. Dire team banned. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Alright, boys and girls, all those tuning into the stream right now, we are halfway into the picks and bans phase of this game already. If you are not sure what we are looking at, we are currently looking at the selections of the teams who want to represent PWC for the IAFG Dota 2 competitions, which is scheduled to be the end of October this month. Now, these are our top 10 players that we have in PWC who will be contesting to gain their spot to play and represent PWC in the coming IAFG 2018 Dota 2 games. So in these teams right now, we have the last year's contenders, the players who played for last year IAFG, and a couple of new players in this year. So we can see a few familiar faces and familiar names in this list. You've got Sunshine, Mugiwara, Andrew, as well as the Doctor, who has played in last year's IAFG tournament representing PWC, whereas we have a few couple of new players and young bloods who wants to have their try or wants to have their hands into looking into this, getting a spot in playing this game. So they are totally going against each other right now, and they really want this spot. So we got to see, and so far, based on our experience playing our inter-department games as well as our lobby matches that we have had so far, they are both pretty equally matched, I'd say. So this should be pretty entertaining, as well as looking at how both the captains will draft the appropriate heroes for their teams and making sure they do not fall back by just the drafting and the strategy stage alone. So the captains of Old Boys, we have You're My Sunshine, who was also the captain of last year's IAFG Dota 2 team for PWC. Whereas on Team Stark, we have Friendly Peanut, who is the captain doing the draftings for Team Stark on the Dire side. So as you can see so far at the beginning bans and phases, you will see that Team Stark has favored banning about off lanes who has strong sustainability. So you see they banned out the Phoenix, they've banned out the Treant, they've also banned out the Undying. So you could see that they favored their safe lane carry a lot. So on the early phases, they have banned out these heroes that they don't want to play against, and these heroes are mostly played in the off lane. Whereas on the side of the Radiant, Old Boys has banned out the Weaver, the Enchantress, as well as the Huskar. Well, Huskar is not so much in the meta unless it's actually being paired up with some of the healing heroes like either Dazzle, Oracle, and things that could sustain Huskar while his HP is low, for him to be able to sustain a lane as well as survive in the fights. So banning it is a third ban thing. They just don't want to let Stark have a chance to just cheese them with the combinations of like Dazzle Huskar combo or something like that. So looking at the openings, you have the Wraith King as well as the Silencer pick. So Wraith King nowadays could be played at the safe lane as well as the off lane, but it's mostly played at the off lane due to his survivability as well as the ability for the skeletons, those pesky skeletons, to push into the lanes and give them enough strength to push. So they have the Silencer is likely going to be the support over here as well as the Earthshaker. So based on the draft so far, we could already see looks like how this will be lane. You will have the mid Dragon Knight, which is going to be played by Sunshine. Mugiwara is going to be playing the Phantom Lancer. Wraith King will be on the off lane, played by Baifan. The Doctor will be playing the Silencer, and then Andrew will be playing the Earthshaker support. On the side of Team Stark, you have the Lion as the support, the Tiny, who will be playing at the off lane, I suppose. Whereas IAFG with the Winter Wyvern, well, they could run dual lanes as well. They need to assist the lifestealer a lot in the lane, then they might run a tri-lane, which is going to likely be Baifan against a dual lane Baifan and the Silencer, because they don't want to let Wraith King to be wandering alone. Whereas Mugiwara as a Phantom Lancer should be relatively strong in the lanes in the off lane by himself, so likely towards the 7 minute or 8 or maybe the early even the 5 minute mark, you might see the rotations coming in from the Earthshaker. Didn't manage to have enough time to just run through a couple of the heroes, and they have to be started into the phase now. So maybe I'll just once again give a little bit of an introduction to the team members. We're just pardon the view of how this thing might look a little bit ugly. My computer is not so good for streaming as I'm streaming directly from my home. We have it's okay lah, it's an FPS of about 70, so it's not too bad. Alright, so if you're looking at this, we can see we have Reformation playing the Invoker mid. Goes on the early points in WAS. And then we have Friendly Peanut who's playing the Lifestealer. He will be on the safe lane Lifestealer. And then we have Tiny who has already went to the off lane, so played by this Funny Face. I don't know what else you can call him, we just call him Mr. Funny Face. And then we have the Lion played by Emperor on the support. It looks like he is already at the bottom, so we will be seeing a dual lane off lane with the Tiny as well as Emperor over here. And then we have the Winter Wyvern who will be supporting Friendly Peanut at the safe lane. Okay, and then on the Radiant side, you will have Andrew playing the off-lane Earthshaker, which is going to be supported, or more like he's going to play together with Baifan. Two melee heroes against a Winter Wyvern, and with Winter Wyvern's third skill, the Cold Embrace, they will be able to survive the Lifestealer in the lane pretty much the time. The Lifestealer by himself, although it's not very good at farming by himself, but with enough sustain coming from the heal, as well as well-placed attacks coming from Winter Wyvern, he should be able to sustain himself pretty well in the lane. Whereas on the bottom side, you've got Mugiwara and the Doctor doing the safe lane of the Radiant side, so this should be a pretty strong lane going against the Lion as well as the Tiny, but let's see how this would fare, because Tiny and the Lion has got a very strong magic damage combo, which they might attempt to burst out the support as well as burst out Mugiwara over here, but it's not going to be that easy, as the Doctor will be here to be a problem with them. Depends on what he skills up. So he's going to really go for the Arcane Curse to just continue the harassment, and looks like they will immediately harass Emperor down, and he's already at half HP just from the Arcane Curse, as well as the first skill coming out from Phantom Lancer, the Spirit Lance. You might see me running back and forth with a couple of skills. Looking at it, I've not been playing it for quite a while, so I'll see how this goes. At the top lane, looks like, not sure if they are having a pretty good time over here, but we could see that based on the chart so far, Emilia's stance coming out, the block already blocking out ISB, but he do not have the Arctic Burn yet, so he won't be able to fly away from here, and it seems like he is stuck between the trees as well as the fissure, but it looks like he will be able to walk and save himself away from here. But both of them running pretty low right now, and Wraith King having the mana as well as Earthshaker having a couple of enough regeneration so far. Looks like they will just be healing it up and see whether they want to continue being aggressive at this lane. And you will see the ISB trying to see if he could just stick hit to just stop the potion coming up. the clarity potion from the Earthshaker. Slowly taking their lane so far, and it looks like the DK in the mid lane is having a pretty good time doing the last hits over here, but he also lost all his mana in the process, being burned out by Reformation. And on the last hit charts, it seems like he's topping it pretty well. 30-2 last hits at 2 minutes is basically not missing any last hits so far, which is pretty well done here by Sunshine. Move the lanes right now. It looks like Pilgrim's not doing very well in favor of the Dire side, but that would give Baifan enough farm for him to sustain for a little while. The Doctor already running out of mana. He only have one charge in the Magic Stick so far, so if they were to go ahead with him with the toss as well as the spike combo, he might fall. But it looks like he notices that problem and will be able to walk
is missing.
away. Immediately pops up the Spirit Lance. He wants to walk them down. Just a couple more last hits, then he will be able to take out Emperor, but he is also protected by the Tiny, who still has full mana and full health, so he don't want to commit himself onto that lane and also that kill definitely. Oh, neutral cute by the Doctor. Oh, okay, he just denied himself just to take himself some time. Alright, here we go. Immediately pops up. He immediately pops up the Lifestealer Rage and he walks away to just avoid from the magic damage, but there won't be enough. Nothing's gonna happen so far. And it seems like both teams are just trying to just harass each other out and taking themselves a better position in the lanes, making sure the equilibrium stays at the right place where they want it to be. And I think at the beginning of this first couple of minutes, you probably won't see any major rotations coming in, as all the lanes seems pretty fairly equal right now. As you could see on the last few charts, they are not exactly losing a lot. Well, definitely, as you could see right now, the Dragon Knight is winning the lane here by just a couple of last hits. And look at that, Doctor just popping out, just casting the Arcane Curse as well as the last word on Emperor, just to give him a couple of hard time and just to see if you could drag him out to be out of position for Mugiwara to go in with the Spirit Lance and deal enough damage to take him down. Look at that, that's what he was looking for. And looks like he won't be able to proceed from there. Top lane still able to trade some couple of last hits, and it would seem that Sunshine spotted out the Observer Ward over there with the Sentry Ward, and he will be
First
a
blood.
couple of goals.
Thanks and have fun.
Looks like I just missed the kill. What happened over here? Tiny and was fighting and hunting down the Silencer, and they managed to catch him in the tree lines. Looks like they are looking for the 5-minute rune, and the stuns are coming out. He managed to not steal the rune, and Baifan, he will be in trouble. Immediately the health is going down low from the far range coming up. But looks like there will be a counter kill on the Lifestealer, and they are looking for whether there's enough stun. Just a couple more last hits, but they will miss that kill all the ways down there. But instead, at the same time, at the off lane, Emperor with the combination of Tiny is able to take down Mugiwara on the Phantom Lancer. So they spend quite a number of mana over here, so that's the combination on the magic spell damage that they will want to dish out with the stuns, with the hex, double stuns especially, and the avalanche toss will prove to be quite difficult for Mugiwara as long as he can't time and they are able to time their stuns overlapping each other, not allowing him to jump away with his illusions. 1-3 is the score. Still a pretty even game right now. They're trading a couple of last hits. Then the Dragon Knight is slowly extending his lead in terms of the last hits charts by 39, about 39 versus 26 against the Invoker so far. And Friendly Peanut, he's trying to go home. IASB immediately pops out. He will slow down Andrew. He will be in trouble. Just a couple more last hits. They're gonna switch targets. They just missed out that one. But IASB managed to turn around and take that last hit onto Andrew, and he will fall over there. Friendly Peanut immediately pops up the south, and he will be able to heal himself to a health that he will be happy with.
Bottom is missing.
I think they were just baiting him out, and that nice coming out from IASB, taking that shot with the Arctic Burn from a far range allowed them to get that kill. Well, they almost missed it because of the on the last hit by the Lifestealer, but Arctic Burn managed to quickly turn around and take that one as well. 5-1's the score, and a quick lead coming up. It's not really a big lead so far, still a small lead, but 5-1 kills, letting the Dire side, they will be pretty happy with the early game so far. When the lead pops out, the last word, they will be able to silence out the... and he looks like he's already dropping down low, and the toss comes out, Mugiwara will fall. And then on the counter side, Friendly Peanut has already popped up the rage. Will he be able to get past through all the stun? Oh, but the stun is coming out just in time. And then Andrew will survive from that, and he immediately salves himself. So IASB won't be able to do the same stun that he pulled off with them so far. And then here pops the second skill. There is the Cold Embrace. Will be able to keep him alive for a couple of while more, but looks like he won't be able to last him throughout that fight. They have enough to surround him. There were so many creeps surrounding him. There was no way he could walk away from that.
It's all the same to me.
Right, getting the Tranquil Boots already on the Lion. Sunshine is doing pretty well so far at the mid lane. He is topping the last hit charts. He's found the invisible room, and looks like they might want to go to the top lane, and looks like a rotation is coming in from these three melee heroes. IASB spotted something out and is immediately taking himself in a more safe position between the three lines.
I guess.
A stun coming in onto Friendly Peanut. Oh, I missed a kill at the bottom right now. Thought there was something that was going to be important going on right now, but it seems like IASB noticed that something is missing, and he won't be he'll be playing pretty safe right now. And immediately the stuns coming out, the double stuns coming out. Friendly Peanut in a bad position, immediately pops out the rage. Will there be enough damage? Oh, he turns onto Python. Instead, reformation immediately with the rotations coming in. The Tiny is coming in as well. Looks like You're My Sunshine. Sunshine is in a difficult position. The Cold Embrace will be able to keep Wyvern alive, and Sunshine will pay with his life. Trying to go into the tree lines, 5-man rotation on top. And that rotation coming out from the Dire team, well responded over there. Rotation by Sunshine to the top lane. In the end, he had to pay with his life instead. That was, I think they were being a bit too greedy over there. I think IASB was very ready for that attack so far. You were seeing that he was playing very, very safe at the towers, and the team was pretty much ready for an attack. And there wasn't enough stuns, and because Sunshine didn't went to stun the Lifestealer, so he didn't manage to get the kill over there. There wasn't enough chain stuns to stop Friendly Peanut from the rage. And with the early lead, 9 kills already. Friendly Peanut immediately running Andrew down with the rage, with the slow coming out from there. Just one more last hit, and Andrew will fall once again. Looks like Lifestealer, he's being Cold Embrace. Look at that. That Cold Embrace is just stopping all that physical damage coming from Python as well as Andrew. And with that lead so far, 11 kills to 3 at the 10-minute mark. It seems like the Dire team is having a pretty good time over here. Well, the only good thing is coming out of this so far is that Sunshine is able to farm his way around the Invoker so far, and both the mid lanes are topping the last hit charts, with Sunshine leading by just 10 last hits. But they are neck and neck in terms of the EXP as well, in terms of, I think, gold so far. So looks like I think they'll be pretty happy with this current position. And at the bottom lane, we are already seeing that the Lion as well as the Tiny has met level 6 and level 7. So Emperor, if he is comfortable to leave the Tiny alone, then he will be starting his rotations. As you can see, Mugiwara right now playing a little bit safe, trying to hunt him, get himself a couple of last hits from the jungle over there. Oh, looks like they're trying to turn out their friend that managed to pop out the rage and scoots himself a save. Doctor rotating to the top lane. Place down the sentry wards just to make sure they do not have vision over there. IASB displays himself very well over here once again with the Arctic Burn coming out. Bountifan already dropping down low, but he has the mana and the reincarnation. They are just trying to bait out a Friendly Peanut with a couple more hits, and looks like Friendly Peanut will immediately get teams. Oh, Emperor coming in with the finger and the stun. It looks like Andrew will be able to pay with his life. That bait coming out from them, but then the rotations coming out from Andrew managed to save both their lives and take the kill onto Andrew instead. The rotations coming out from the supports of the Dire side has proved to be pretty good and well planned so far. It seems like at the moment the Radiant team is playing pretty by themselves, and the rotations that they've been coming in trying to send the Dragon Knight as well as sending this Silencer to the top lane have not been proved to be very useful for them. The Doctor smoked up, immediately pops up. The smoke has been broken by Emperor as he was walking by there in the 2 mid, and Doctor immediately walked away from them. Laning stage not doing so well. I think for the Radiant side, based on the amount of kills that they managed to get and the rotations that they were doing were not good for them. Looks like, oh, come here, there's the stun and the toss into the Emperor's Hex and the stun. Looks like they will be able to kill Mugiwara with that combination from the Sunstrike and a couple of magic damage. So the magic damage coming out from the Dire team is really, really strong. You have the Avalanche Toss, you have the Hex, and the stun coming out from Emperor as well as the Finger of Death. Then coupled by the Sunstrike coming from the Invoker. Anyone who gets caught in that mess, especially the early stages of the Phantom Lancer, he doesn't really have enough or too much HP. Nope. Will he be able to pop his Cold Embrace in time? Looks like he will be able to, but he will still pay with his life as there is no support coming back up. The Doctor came just in time to at least get the assist on the kill, and looks like they will be able to eat up all these stacked creeps as well. That will give them something that they're happy with. Just a couple of kills within the last couple of minutes, so it's not too bad. Oh, looks like Pure My Sunshine in a difficult position right now. The silence comes out. The global silence is right there. They're trying to chase him down, but Sunshine, he's too tanky. We will be able to take him down with the stun coming out from Emperor, with the long range stun there. Friendly Peanut, he will be able to survive, and this Emperor will save himself, or save him. Them to try to run away together, but Emperor looks like with the Spirit Lance he will be able to go down, and Friendly Peanut will come out from his body. Another stun coming in, but a reach just in time. The tornado comes coming out. Looks like they will be able to turn the kill and take down the Silencer instead, but looks like they still want to fight over here. Tiny is already dropping down low. Baifan do not have his reincarnation. Friendly Peanut will turn around and take the kill. 3-1. And that is not the exchange that Radiant will be they want to look for. That is not something that they want to look for. They will be able to get the stun onto Invoker, but it seems like the team is there as well as Emperor is there with the stun to support it, so they won't want to commit themselves onto this. As well as Invoker has enough mana for the Ghost Walk, so even if he was in a bad position right there, one stun from his team will allow him to walk away, as they do not have any detection at all whatsoever at this point in time. 15 minutes in, 16-5 the score. Not looking too good for the Radiant team, as they were being killed by a couple of rotations over there, and it seems like they want to fight for that 15-minute rune. Will ISB? No, he do not want to contest that against Andrew. Radiant side grouping up at the top lane, and it looks like they might want to see if they could play or do a play around here. But the teams of the Dire side is pretty split up. Andrew trying to position himself to ready for the block onto ISB. He's alone, and Friendly Peanut is back there with him. But looks like the whole team of the Radiant side, they want to take this tower, and they managed to block Friendly Peanut in between the tree lines. He will be able to survive for the rage so far as well. Oh, the cold. He will be able to get that Arcade Curse out onto Andrew, and looks like Andrew will fall pretty low. The tornado is coming out from Reformation, and he's dropping really low. He won't be able to get the Fisher out, and he will pay with his life. And they didn't get anything from that fight. That nice Arcane Curse coming out from IISB, Winter's Curse coming out from IISB was really timely, as they were all grouped up to try to attempt to take that kill on Friendly Peanut, but it seems like they were not doing, and they were not paying attention to what Winter Wyvern was ready to do, even though they've managed to get that block. ISB spotted out the regeneration route, will be able to get himself full health as well as full HP. The Phantom Lancer so far is doing okay, I guess. It's about 16 minutes in. It's third on the chart so far, so Mugiwara is just playing it a little bit safe right now, as he don't have enough items as well as farm for him to be able to make a solid game at this point in time. Well, the whole idea here really is that against the Phantom Lancer, the Wraith King looks like the funny face just walked in from the back with the avalanche, and of course will be able to take down the Doctor, who did not notice that he was coming from the back right there. The Doctor already paying with his life 5 times over here, Mugiwara as well. Well, the gameplay that the Dire side want to have right now would be to attempt to put enough pressures onto them, which they already have. So they would just want to try to push in as fast as they can before the Wraith King, the Dragon Knight, as well as the Phantom Lancer come online, as the late game's heroes on the side of the Radiant is much stronger, especially when the Lifestealer doesn't have good dealings with high illusion heroes, as well as dealing with numbers. And it seems like he's started queuing up to build himself to get a Desolator, so he will want to have that push power and tower damage strength onto Friendly Peanut. But again, as I just mentioned earlier, he don't want to go against a late game Phantom Lancer as well as the late game Dragon Knight. That is going to be supported by Baifan, who is playing the Wraith King. Well, at least he managed to get out his blink so far, 18 minutes in. Andrew still not too near and still quite far away from that blink dagger, so they won't be able to do much over here. Silencer will be the one to fall again with that combination of stuns as well as the Sunstrike. So, pretty tough game for the supports of the Radiant team, as just one stun coming out from any of these heroes, either the Emperor or the funny face Tiny, then there will be a problem for them. Oh, they're trying to hunt down Baifan. Baifan still has reincarnation. He tried to come up with the Tornado EMP. Oh, then immediately with they start targeting onto the Dragon Knight. Oh, Friendly Peanut managed to ulti into the creeps once again and saves himself. Oh, but the stuns are coming out, not enough. Will there be enough? And that Echo coming out will finally take down Friendly Peanut and his mega kill streak. And Baifan jumps forward. Finger fit. That was not good. He did not realize that the curse was already there, and that finger didn't do any damage whatsoever. With Friendly Peanut still come back. He's trying to do some damage onto Baifan. Baifan has already lost his reincarnation and looks like he will be able to fall right here. And the next person that they want to hunt down is You're My Sunshine. Sunshine is trying to run away from there, but looks the blocks was just not enough to stop and cut out this for everyone else. And that fight, they've lost about 2-2. Friendly Peanut doing very well right here. But thanks to the aggression coming out from the Dire side, the rotations have to come in for them to be able to give enough space for the Phantom Lancer. So he has been alone for quite a while right now, as they were directed, the attentions of the Dire has been directed to the other heroes at the top lane so far. So he will be the one who takes the net worth, top the last hit charts. Whereas on the net worth charts, it's still Invoker over there, where Phantom Lancer is doing up 3, but he will be able to get his Diffusal Blade. So the next fight, he will be pretty useful, as you can see that the Tiny as well as the Lion will be highly dependent on mana. Friendly Peanut coming in the rotation from the back, he immediately finds the Doctor, but he goes on to find Baifan instead. Probably knows that there was no reincarnation available, so they immediately cuts him down. The formation comes out with the Tornado, and with the Ice Wall will slow down You're My Sunshine. Sunshine in problem right now. The Special coming out, but it's not blocking or stopping them from progressing so far. Sunshine with the Sunstrike, not gonna mix, but Emperor will be around with the Hex to take down Sunshine. That rotation coming in and that teamwork from the Dire side has been proved to be really useful, and a problem for the Radiant side to face so far. That rotations coming out from Emperor as well as IAFG support has been doing them pretty well. And Friendly Peanut has been able to countless times save himself with the Infest skill, so that was well played by them. In 21 minutes in, leading the charts by 22 8, and they will want to start attacking the tier 1 tower of the off lane. On the Radiant side, Paifan blinks in, went in for the stun, but blinks out just to see if he could bait out anything. Friendly Peanut still had the rage on, so Fissure not doing anything so far. Mugiwara found the Emperor. Emperor already has his Blink Dagger. He will quickly get himself to safety. Grouped up again, but they do not have any smokes available on any of them, so looks like they just want to make sure that the vision game has already been cleared, and they want to make sure that they have enough visions before they take any more fights. Both teams grouping up, waiting for a respawn coming out from either side of the team and see whether any of them wants to smoke up. Funny Face has already got his... Wow, he's already got his Echo Saber as well as his Blink Dagger ready up on 22 minutes, so it looks like the Silencer will be having quite a problem here, especially with the Blink Avalanche toss coming with the Sunstrike. Silencer will be having quite a hard game as long he can't really be spotted out in the lanes anymore right now. Smoked up, trying to see if they could find a play. Ooh, the smoke immediately got broken as Friendly Peanut was hiding in the tree lines. He found Friendly Peanut. All he found is trying to go ring around these fences, and he will be able to find him alone. A couple of stuns are going in. There won't be any creeps for him to infest this time, so he will be able to take him down. With the last word onto the Winter Wyvern. Looks like they don't want to go ahead with their IASB, will be able to TP himself to safety. And with that, they've got themselves a kill as well as the tier 1 tower of the Dire side. So a little bit of small victories from the Radiant team, and they would be happy with that. 922 is the score, and you could see that the items coming out from the cores of Radiant team is slowly start to build up. You can see that the Phantom Lancer has already got his Diffusal Blade, the Blinks are already available on Sunshine, Blinks are already available from Paifan, who is queuing up his Blade Mill. So he will be the tank going in and see how the Dire side will want to respond on this. They have already taken down the tower by so much damage. This damn skeletons. Managed to get himself away. I think they just spotted some kind of illusion. Oh, meanwhile, Paifan managed to get the kill on Invoker. God knows how happened over there. There's so much things happening around the map right now that I can't keep up with every single one of them. Paifan already get his Blade Mill ready, and looks like the items over here. Okay. Let's see. The Desolator's already got up on Friendly Peanut, and the Invoker has already got his Aghanim Sector as well as the Blink Dagger. Oh, really want to go for this. Emperor has the double damage rune, and he's on the high ground. Oh, he blinks forward and he found Paifan, but Paifan immediately blinks away as well. They don't want to commit onto this, so they are pretty running back right now. As I think they realize that the entire team of the Dire side will be trying to cascade, and the Doctor not in a good position. There's the Avalanche. He will be able to get the toss off with the Sunstrike. Not going to survive as Emperor blinks forward with the stun. Paifan won't be able to save him, and he has also lost all his mana for the reincarnation. So don't think they want to take this fight anymore. They don't want to push a little bit more deep into this. Meanwhile, while all those stuff are happening, Mugiwara is happily farming himself away. And that's the kind of gameplay that the Radiant team would hope for right now, as Mugiwara will be by himself and he will be able to get all the farm that he needs as long as he is being left alone. So, and it seems like the Dire side is not really responding too well about this. They've been constantly trying to look for pickoffs, they've been grouping up a little bit too much, but they're not taking down towers, and they're not stopping the farm from the Phantom Lancer. So don't seem like that's gonna be the good strategy for here right now. Whereas these defensive options coming out from Radiant will allow him to continue to farm and make his way to the top of the net worth charts. They've found Andrew not in a good position. Sunstrike will take him down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So the way the Dire wants to go about this right now is to try to cut off the economy of the Radiant side and continue to pressure onto the towers, pressure onto the lane, so that the cores of the Radiant team won't be able to do much. The blink forward, Paifan already dropping down low with the EMP, but he will still have enough mana nearly bought back from Andrew. Looks like they want to go on this. The Echo Slams coming up. They will be able to take away Emperor as well as the Invoker and the counter. The Curse won't be able to land without any kills over there. There won't be enough damage, but they want to chase them down. The Urn is there to stop the funny face Tiny from blinking away. There goes the blink forward into the stun. Looks like they will be able to take the Tiny down as well. That bot back and that Echo Slam coming out from Andrew has proved to be very useful and a very timely one indeed. They will immediately want to start punching onto the towers right now. Paifan also do not have enough skeletons, but regardless, based on Sunshine, Paifan and the assistance of Mugiwara, they will be able to take down the tier 2 tower. So that's a pretty good win coming out from that fight. Just 3 heroes dead. Friendly Peanut didn't TP into the right location right here. He will be able to reach himself away, but he also lost half his HP in the process. Not a really one thing that he wants to do right now. Invoker's already up. Emperor blinks forward with the stun, going on to Mugiwara and connected with the tornado, but the finger! Oh, it's just... he could have killed right there. Ah, what a waste. Mugiwara, regardless, still managed to get the kill. Smokes up, gets himself away. A couple of observer wards in the Radiant side jungle. Looks like they really want to cut off the economy of the Radiant team, and just to make sure that they couldn't get anything out, even if they're not pushing. Going for an objective over here onto the Roshan pit, and they know that the Phantom Lancer is not going to be up for the next 9 seconds, but Friendly Peanut's already taking too much damage over here and they're taking a little bit too long to take down the Roshan. But so far no response from the Radiant team, so I guess they will be fine. Okay, he's got the Glimmer Cape, the Doctor's got the Glimmer Cape, and it seems like they have started noticing that the Radiant slowly starting to make their way, so they will stop the Roshan, shrine themselves up, get themselves ready for the next fight. Two teams grouped up again. Mugi showing himself with the illusions. Will try to scout them out. Pinging over here. Do they have a smoke? 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 And the smoke is slowly coming from the... Oh, but they are already ready. Both teams have already smoked up. They found an Emperor and the smoke already broken on Mugiwara. He has the Shadow Blade to try to see if he could move forward to try to spot out anyone. But looks like they will find the Winter's Wyvern instead. But the Avalanche Stars coming up. He will be able to stop the attack so far, but there won't be enough. The Echo Slam will be able to take down 3 on the side of the Dire team. The EMP Tornado and the Meteor coming out will not hit anybody, but that will leave Roshan open with only half HP for them to take. So Radiant managed to come out on top in that fight over there. That EXP change, the damage coming out, that Echo Slam. See here, he has dealt just as much damage as what Mugiwara as well as the Dragon Knight has done. And the consolation prize coming up from here will be the Aegis of the Immortal going to the hands of Mugiwara. And they are grouped up as the team of Dire side has all came off their Death Timer cooldown. And next they seem that they are trying to look to take on the tier 3 towers, placing down the observer wards just to make sure that the retaliation coming out from the Dire team is fully and well scouted out. So this tier 3 tower is just a matter of time until it gets taken down as well. And now it is the turn of the Dire side to be on the defensive side over there, even though they are leading by the side of kills. But like I mentioned earlier, Mugiwara already slowly approaching his late game items. He's start queuing up his Heart of Tarask, and they are smoked up. They want to look for a play right here. The Infest is already in the Tiny, Life Stealer is already in Tiny, and they want to see if they can spot out anyone into the Infest Bomb and toss Avalanche. And looks like the Doctor will be the ones who will be spotted out together with Andrew. Both of the supports not in a good position here. Oh, but it's Blink. Oh, they've got themselves stuck within the trees. And they didn't notice that. I wonder if Andrew noticed that he would have immediately stormed them and the entire team would have jumped onto them. But there was only 2 supports over here, so nothing's gonna happen. And they managed to get themselves to safety. And the carries of the chorus of the Radiant side managed to get themselves a couple more last hits, while another smoke being spent on the Dire side did not go as planned. Not the play that they were looking for.
Damage.
Life Stealer. Looks like Mr. Friendly Peanuts trying to look for the Radiance to stop the Blink Daggers on the side of the Radiant, because the Wraith King, the Dragon Knight, as well as the Earthshaker already has the Blink Daggers, and they have been pretty good on the initiation so far. So the Radiance coming out from the Life Stealer will be pretty useful to stop that initiation. If the Tiny managed to, jump himself with the Blink Dagger and the Infest Bomb together, and that would stop them from counter-attacking. So that's a pretty good itemization choice right over there. Moogie tries to see if he could catch out Emperor misposition over there with his Shadow Blade, but it looks like Emperor noticed it and will be able to blink himself away. Topping the net worth charts now, you have Sunshine as well as Mugiwara on the side of the Radiant team. So slowly but surely, it seems that the lead of the Dire team is slowly coming to an end right here. We've already seen a 6k net worth lead on the side of Radiant. Like I mentioned earlier, they do not want to play against the late game, as they do not have enough to deal with the Phantom Lancer as well as the Dragon Knight together. Paifan trying to see if he wants to blink in. Nope. But there you go, Friendly Peanuts already alone, pushing in the tower by himself. He has a TP, so let's see whether they want to counter this. Mid tier 3 tower is already gone. The blink forward, Paifan will immediately to take down Emperor. He won't be able to run. A couple more stuns coming up. The Cold Embrace will keep him alive. Emperor immediately buys back to see if he could help his team. Friendly Peanut as well was TP'd back as well. Sunshine, will he be the one that they want to target over here? He's pretty tanky. Paifan is still alive. Oh, that Echo Slam coming out from Andrew catches 3, and they will be able to take down 3 heroes on the side of the Dire. Andrew, that beautiful blink Echo Slam coming in today. They managed to get a counter kill onto Andrew as a form of revenge. Paifan will go down, but he still has Reincarnation available. The slow coming off the Reincarnation, they don't have enough stun, so IASB with the Glimmer Cape and will be able to TP away, but they have lost the tier 3 towers and the mid lane entirely. Emperor in a bad position. He's already bought back. He don't want to die right here. That's a dieback there. 74 seconds down for Emperor, and it seems like they want to continue punishing the side of the Dire just from that one Echo Slam and that 3 kills. And without the Winter's Curse, without the Tiny and the Invoker, it looks like they won't be able to save the tier 3 towers of the top lane as well. Funny face. A lot of them are in low HP right now, but the Reincarnation is already coming up. This Reincarnation right now has just got so low cooldown. It's only 40 seconds. Oh, Doctor, they will be able to toss it up, but he won't be able to take it down. Paifan, even though he's dead right here, but he has Reincarnation to slow down again onto Tiny, and will be able to blink out in time. Friendly Peanut, he really wants that Radiance right now. He will be able to stop so much of that rotations and so much of that attack coming out from the side of Radiant. He will want to farm himself that Radiance right now. It's gonna be so important, and he will be able to save a lot of his team's life, as they will be, as the Blink Daggers of the Radiant team has been helping them to jump into the fights as well as jumping out of the fights as and when it calls necessary. So they really want that Radiance right now. And you could see immediately, look at the swing in the net worth charts. 15k lead compared to the kills lead on the side of the Dire just now. Mugiwara already gotten his heart and he's making himself away. Oh, this Shadow Blade will be able to spot out the Tiny that toss and he will be able to still skill himself away. The Cold Embrace will keep Tiny alive. The Arcane's Curse is just gonna stop Dragon Knight in his tracks for him to proceed, but he won't be able to do much over there. That Global Silence Echo! Coming up, it's Cortex onto 4 and they will be able to take down the Tiny once again. The Invoker will go down as well. And looks like they want to chase the Invoker, but they do not have any detection. And Andrew already have his Aghanim Scepter and he will be able to jump himself around with the Enchant Totem plus the Blink Dagger. Oh, that 4-man echo coming out from Andrew. Just take that damage so far on the Dire side. They are in not a good position right now. 3 heroes down. With the lanes being pushed in, they've lost already. 1 lane of Rex as well as the melee Rex on the top lane. And with this lead, with Sunshine having the Assault Cuirass as well as the BKB already ready, they will want to just bang onto these towers and start knocking onto the doors of the tier 3 tower at the bottom lane. 37 minutes in. The kills charts is pretty much the same right now, and looks like they're bringing forward. That Tornado's coming out. Peritus Raven won't be able to survive from here. They will be able to try to stop the attacks for a while with the Invoker, but it looks like he has the Arcane, he has the Winter's Curse available, but it looks like they have all been well splitted up right there. There won't be a good target for the Sunshine. Immediately jump forward, but managed to pop the Rage off. He got the Radiance available, so it will be much more difficult for them to make any movement so far, but there you go. They have been jumping, the stuns are coming out, and Emperor in a bad position right here will be able to be taken down by Mugiwara. Mugiwara wants to run right down, the Cold Embrace won't stop, and still Tiny for a while. Baifan jumps forward, Echoes, Earthshaker jumps forward, oh, and the Arcane Curse will be able to take down Baifan, but he still has his Reincarnation available. But they have immediately started targeting onto the Ancient and take it down. Whew, what a turnaround coming out from the side of Gary's team. Sunshine team takes game number 1. Oh my god, there's so much things that happened in the first game just now. I have no idea what I was casting as well. Let's look at the charts right now. They were leading early in the game by the kills, but there really is not so much of an impact. As you can see, the lead so far has only been about 5k to the advantage of the Dire side until they start having all the Blink Daggers on the side of the Radiant and they start counter-attacking and counter-initiating onto the side of the Dire, and that's when all the echoes coming out from Andrew managed to turn the game around. That 3-man echo, 4-man echo, well, just helped the team to pummel themselves, and Mugiwara was left to be farming alone so far. So with enough space, he managed to get himself to be the top of the net worth charts, and game just slowly snowballs away from there. There you go, single squad. And that's game number 1, guys. Let's take a short break and we'll see how you go with game number 2.